Assalamu alaikum. My question is, as all this unfolds, what are the duties of the Muslim Ummah around the world? It looks like everything is going to happen only in that part of the world. What is our duty as Muslim?
MashaAllah, I love that question. Hudayfa radiallahu ta'ala anhu asked the Prophet O Messenger of Allah, if I'm alive at that time, what should I do? The Prophet replied and he said, and this answer therefore is not only for the Arabs but also for the Indonesians, Singaporeans, everybody. He says, hold on to the Jama'ah and hold on to the Imam, meaning the Amir. And then Hudayfa asked, O Messenger of Allah, if there is no Jama'ah and there is no Imam at that time, what should I do? He said, stay away from all those firaq, meaning illegitimate expressions of Islam. Stay away from them. Even if you have to hold on to the stump of a tree and chew and bite it until death overtakes you, do not become a part of that. My response has been from the answer which Dajjal gave, remember in the island? He said to Tamim al-Dari and his companions, when I'm released, I'm going to enter every town and every city. He didn't mention Kampung. And so we disengage and disconnect from the cities which are the centers of godlessness, the centers of banking, of riba, and we go to the countryside. He said, recite Surah Al-Kahfi for protection from the fitna of Dajjal. And the first story of Surah Al-Kahfi is the young men who disconnected. They went into a cave. But the Prophet said the time will come when a man would have to flee to the mountainsides where rain falls, with some sheep and goats in order to preserve and protect his faith. So my response is, get out of the city. Get out of the centers of Dajjal. Go look for land where land is cheap. And where there is water, there is rainfall. Go there and go and build a Muslim community. They're not going to stop you. No. They're not going to stop you, provided it is small. It does not threaten them. You can establish Islam as micro-Islam, but you cannot establish Islam as macro-Islam. You cannot take control of the state until that time comes when the Imam is raised. I have a book entitled One Jamaat, One Amir. I hope it is in the back. That book gives you guidance how to establish the community. I'm going to write another booklet, inshallah, sometime next year, giving guidance concerning how the village, the Muslim village should operate in order to survive. The market, the micro market. This book, One Jamaat, One Amir, will give you all the ahadith pertaining to the organization of the Muslim community. The Jama'ah and the Amir and the Sam'u wa Ta'atu, listening and obeying and enforcing the deen. But that book, which will come inshallah, is small, will tell you how the market will function in your Muslim village, the micro market. We're not going to be using paper money. No. We're going to use real money. And if gold and silver is scarce, we use commodities as money. The Muslim village will have independence of energy, because we have to master the technology and bring down the cost so we can harness solar energy. That's Surah Al-Kahfi. The Muslim village will also take control of education. For every stage of education, the Quran is the foundation. So we produce men and women made of iron and steel, not recycled paper.
Yes, I think that has satisfied your answer, your question. Can we have the second person to question? Maybe can we have from the Muslimat? The Muslimat, can we give chance to them, inshallah? Muslimat, any question? Or do you have any question written on pieces of paper that you want me to read, Maulana? Okay then, if you do not have any representatives from the Muslimat, can we have more questions from the gentleman, inshallah, from the Muslimin? Come brothers, we do not have much time with Maulana because he seldom see Maulana. So this is an opportunity that you must all take. Second brother, inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi. I'd like to ask Maulana about protocol of silence and Freemasonry.
The protocols of the elders of Zion. I would much prefer to address our subjects privately. Because remember, I want to restrict my role to teach only the Quran and the Hadith, and to go out of that only when it is relevant for explaining the Quran and Hadith. The protocols of the elders of Zion is an important document. Important document. But we don't know where it came from. Nobody knows where it came from. Alright? So when we speak about that document, and we don't know who it came from, we don't know what is the significance of what we are analyzing. So I much prefer if we discuss that privately.
Inshallah. Can we have the next person to ask question? Yes, please, sister. Inshallah. Jazakallah. Can you switch on the microphone? I think just the switch. Inshallah. Right, bismillah.
Assalamu alaikum. I would like to know, because we have seen many people who come up and claim to be Imam Mahdi, and they all have been rejected. How are we so sure that if the next one comes, Imam Mahdi, claim Imam Mahdi, and still people will reject that? Thank you.
Even Muhammad sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam was rejected. Rejected by his own family. So there is no guarantee that someone who is sent by Allah will be accepted by all the people. No. Abu Lahab is the uncle of the Prophet, and he rejected him. Similarly, when Imam al-Mahdi emerges, it is very likely that there will be Muslims who will declare he's a terrorist. He's a terrorist. That is not Islam. We have Islam. But what is important is that the events which are to follow will validate his claim. In that the Jewish state of Israel has to be destroyed. Only the Imam al-Mahdi will do that. And then the Islamic state of Israel has to replace it. When that happens, you have the confirmation this is Imam al-Mahdi. Prior to that, what I describe as the Islamic revolution in the Arabian Peninsula will take place. And the Saudi Wahhabi state will be consigned to the garbage bin, where it rightfully belongs. And Darul Islam will be restored in the Arabian Peninsula. So that will validate the claim of the Imam that he is indeed the Imam.
Thank you, Maulana. Can we have the next question? Sure. Sir, please go to the microphone.
Maulana, I ask two questions. One is that
one at a time.
The first question is regarding the riba. At this time and age, as you mentioned, it's all pervasive. It's very difficult to live without it. Buy a house in Singapore, you have to buy on loan also. It's so expensive. So what practical guide do you have for us who are